Is Modi's India sitting on a volcano? Is the youth of the world's largest democracy silently preparing for a rebellion? Could Modi's rule be heading towards the same fate as Hasina Wajid's in Bangladesh? Since Narendra Modi and the BJP came to power in 2014, India has taken a sharp turn towards Hindutva, a hardline ideology that pushes majoritarian politics. Key moves like removing Kashmir's special status, passing the Citizenship Amendment Act (CAA) and introducing the Waqf Amendment Bill have sparked growing anger, especially among the youth. After which, the All India Student Association condemned the government's authoritarian tactics, calling it blatant suppression of dissent. International observers from Freedom House to Sweden's Widem Institute have explicitly warned that Modi's authoritarian rule has sparked democratic decline and enduring crackdowns on minorities in civil society. Back in December 2019, peaceful student protests at Jamia Millia Islamia and Aligarh Muslim University against the Citizenship Amendment Act (CAA) were met with police brutality, tear gas, beating and arrests. Human Rights Watch reported that over 30 protesters were killed as police in BJP-ruled states used deadly force. Still, protests continued from Kashmir to Kerala, led by young voices demanding justice and equal rights. How long before this silent anger turns into an open storm? In August 2019, Modi government revoked Article 370 and 35A overnight, stripping Kashmir of its special status. This led to a heavy military crackdown, mass detentions and communication blackouts that deeply affected students and youth. International media like BBC and Al Jazeera highlighted the human rights abuses when it was India's own youth, especially students, who raised their voices the loudest. In the northeast, the situation wasn't much different. In 2023, Manipur saw students-led protests, many led by teenage girls, against violence and disappearances of tribal students. Human rights groups reported that on 26-27 September, security forces fired on demonstrators, injuring over 170 people. Young people in Manipur directly blamed Modi's policies for dividing communities and ignoring tribal rights. These youth movements are not isolated. India's students' protests have spread from Jawaharlal Nehru University to Jamia Millia, from Aligarh Muslim University to Manipur, each demonstration fiercely resisting Modi's aggressive agenda. In 2016, JNU Student Union President Kanhaiya Kumar was arrested on sedition charges after an anti-government event. This sparked massive protests across India, with many accusing the government of cracking down on free speech. Similarly, in late 2019, young scholars gathered for a protest against CAA. Police action there drew national outrage. In 2025, JMI students and staff again protested the Waqf amendments, chanting slogans and burning copies of the bill. On December 15, 2019, the same day as Jamia, an anti-CAA rally at AMU's historic Babe Sayyid Gate was met with a midnight police raid. Al Jazeera reported that dozens of officers entered the campus, unleashed tear gas, stun grenades and baton charges on fleeing students, leaving over 70 injured. One student even lost a hand. Reports confirm that student activists, often called anti-national and even charged with sedition, are still bravely standing up for democratic rights despite facing violence. India's escalating economic inequality under Modi has added fuel to the fire. Over 200 billionaires coexist with severe youth unemployment. Guardian investigations reveal India's wealthiest 1% now control over 40% of national wealth. Meanwhile, millions of educated youth remain jobless, disillusioned and angry. The super rich have proliferated under Modi's regime, but youth joblessness remains acute. Recent polls confirm that inflation and unemployment are their biggest worries. Ironically, the youth chant slogans demanding jobs, not gods, challenging Modi's narrative of nationalism over livelihoods. But what's Modi's response to these revolutionary youth movements? Increased repression, aggressive police brutality, internet blackouts, and false charges of sedition and terrorism under draconian laws like Unlawful Activity Prevention Act. Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch consistently documented how Modi's regime weaponizes legal machinery against youth activists, academics, and critical journalists. India's youth unrest is starting to look a lot like the student-led uprising that brought down Sheikh Hasina Wajid in Bangladesh. Rights groups say Modi's authoritarian policies and crackdowns have created a pressure cooker ready to blow. From Manipur protests to anger over the Citizenship Amendment Act and economic failures, young people across India are reaching a breaking point. The real question now is, how long before this rising generation turns resistance into a revolution? This is Amara Farad Baloch and you are watching Nexus Bulletin.